Okay, welcome back to FPL Graduates. I'm Ben.
My name is Josh.
I'm Lewis.
And today we're going to be talking about Chelsea assets and are they worth it for your FPL team? Now, we've got special guest Lewis, who knows a thing or two about Chelsea, I think. So he's going to help us out, work out what Chelsea assets are great and what are not so great. Let's start with goalkeepers.
Yeah, so you got the options of Willy Caballero and obviously Kepa. Obviously, there could be a new signing. They've been linked to Oblak and Onana and players like that. So there might be a new player added in there. But what do you think on your current assets that you have? Do the FPL graduates go and get Willy Caballero and Kepa?
Don't touch our goalkeepers unless you want to be like bottom of whatever league you're in. I haven't picked them. I'm waiting to see if we sign another goalkeeper. That's the only way you'll see me pick anyone Chelsea. I think we're linked to Nick Pope as well, so if he joins us, I mean, that just makes it easier for me and my team, but I'm not picking Kepa. His save percentage is awful, and if we're talking about stats helping us on Fantasy League, Kepa's stats just kill any argument about him, and I've said I've been trying to defend him all season, and that's dead, so don't pick Kepa. Willy's alright. Willy's still a little bit rash, though. I don't think he's amazing. We just need a new goalkeeper in it, so don't pick any of our goalkeepers.
So, don't touch any Chelsea goalkeepers with a barge pole.
Exactly.
Good conclusion on that. Right, moving on to defenders now. They have a whole wide range of defenders, a couple of premium options, a lot of mid-tier options though, and I think they're the ones that we're going to be looking at today. So who would you your best pick of the bunch, so to speak?
Right now, I'll go for Reece James and Aspi. Maybe Kurt Zouma, maybe, but it still depends on who we bring in centre-back. Ben Chilwell looks like he's going to be the left-back that we bring in. I think the medical's going to be done in the next few days. So for 65 million, not sure right now if it's the best idea, but judging when he leaves the club in, I still think he's good offensively. Yeah. He's got great area ability. Defensively, he's still got a bit of a way to go, but he's not the worst guy. And compared to the left-backs we do have, he's got to be better than they are. So maybe Chilwell, maybe Zouma, James and Aspi. Bar that, I wouldn't touch anyone.
So we're thinking 6 million for Alonso is too much?
Way too much. He's good offensively, but we'll only really play him if we're playing 5 at the back. And if you play him 4 at the back, on the turn, if we're getting counter-attacked, useless, jogs back. I'm quicker.
Yeah, that was the point I was going to come on to. What formation do you think Chelsea are going to play? Are they going to stick with a 4? Are they going to go for that 3/5?
We got to go 4.
Yeah.
Because 5 at the back made sense when the defence was so shaky that you needed more defenders just to make them a little bit more comfortable. Now we've signed 3 attackers straight off the bat. We can't play 3 at the back anymore because in terms of our attacking options, we have too many options to only have 3 players going forward. It kills most of our options, but too many players on the bench. Fair
enough. So we think of 4 at the back. It'll be interesting to see because obviously you haven't made any new signings other than maybe Chilwell to the defence. So I think that's a key thing to look at with Chelsea. They may score a lot of goals this year, but they probably still will concede a lot unless they make drastic changes.
5-4 win every game. I'll take that. Entertaining as.
So maybe not quite looking at Chelsea defensive options.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on into midfield now. There are a few interesting options.
The real shit.
We've got Hakim Ziyech, 8 million. We've got Mason Mount, 7 million. We've got Kante cut price, 5 million. What are we saying about those sorts of options?
There's still plenty of others as well. We'll talk about Kovacic as well. Kai Havertz, if that goes through the door, which we still have to wait on, but it's now when, not if, when it comes to Havertz. There's plenty of options, I'll be real. N'Golo Kante is cut price, but we were speaking about this earlier and we were saying defensive midfielders don't really get you as many points. So it's unfair, but it makes sense, so it just is what it is. Kovacic, I'm not really so sure about how consistent his forward passing is, so I'm not really sure if he's going to get you as many points either, but he's still a quality player. Mason Mount though, Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech. I don't think I'm missing anyone.
If he is,
he's a midfielder. He's a midfielder as well. Yeah, throw Pulisic in there as well.
The only thing I'd say about Pulisic is he's the most expensive out of the bunch. He's at 8.5 million, and obviously he's questionable at the minute to come back in time for the start of the season. But we think he will be there.
Yeah, when he does come back in, you can expect him to really be explosive in terms of his attacking returns.
Yeah.
We've seen in periods of the game he's had proper good patches where he's scoring like getting 2-3 attacking returns a game.
Fantastic value for money.
When he is back in, I think it is going to be a case of getting on him as early as possible before his price goes up.
Exactly. Pulisic is class. Ziyech and Havertz I do want to keep a bit quiet about, because Ziyech I want to see how he settles into the league. With Kai Havertz, he fits so many positions. I think he's got to hit the ground running, because he's so versatile. You can play him on the right, you can play him in a more defensive role, you can play him going forward, and he'll be brilliant in all positions.
So would you say before making that option of putting Havertz in, see what role he's going to play at Chelsea then?
Yeah.
To see if he has more opportunity to get an attack.
He's been playing striker for Leverkusen in the back end of the season, so it just shows how versatile he actually is. For me personally, out of those Chelsea assets, I think it's got to be just Pulisic. He's the only proven one out of all of them. You don't know what's going to happen really with Ziyech.
Yeah, Ziyech is unproven. How old is he? 27 years old, coming out of a league that isn't known for having high quality teams throughout the league. So it is a case of will he be able to adapt to the Premier League. It probably will take a couple of months at least to maybe avoid him for a while.
See how he starts
before they're bringing him in, yeah.
Havertz, Mount and Pulisic though, those are the three I push for.
Sweet. So moving on to the attackers, so obviously signing Werner, he's coming at a really nice 9.5 million, a little bit cheaper than those premium assets. But we also have the likes of Tammy Abraham, who I've seen is quite well owned at around, I think, 10 to 15% as we're making this video. As well as Giroud, who scores goals.
Always class, always underrated. What you said about Tammy Abraham, because I kind of overlooked him a little bit as well, but for a player in his second season who's going to probably be taking a bit more of a step back with Werner joining and also Giroud overtaking him in the pecking order, he's going to have a lot to prove next season. It could be a good bit of business getting Tammy Abraham. It all depends on how he's set up. It all depends on what his role is in the team, but it also depends on his aggression and how he takes this season, because it's been a tale of two halves for Tammy. First half the season was amazing.
Yeah.
Second half the season fell off a cliff. To be fair, we overplayed him to death. That's why I feel like if he comes off the bench or if he has a lesser role, we utilise him a lot more favourably, and that means you get more of Tammy Abraham at his best.
Do we think that potentially Tammy Abraham may not get as many minutes as he did last season, and that may put off owners, but are we thinking this could make him more explosive in attacking returns and maybe mean that he gets more goals?
Yeah, I think he's perfect for those late game situations when you need a goal. He's that 2-yard tapping merchant, you know what I mean? If he's in front of a goal, he's going to probably score, similar to Giroud, but I think Tammy's going to be one who probably gets more minutes over Giroud because of just he's young and he's promising.
So are we thinking, will Werner start at the start of the season?
Werner has to start. My only question is, does he start with Giroud or does he start by himself? Because I think Giroud and Werner would be an amazing partnership together. But it all depends on what Lampard goes for.
Very exciting, especially in the attacking areas for Chelsea.
Definitely.
Lots of potential for high attacking returns. I'm looking forward to seeing Werner play. I've said it once, say it again. I think he's going to bang, this season.
Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, we are really on the route to something special if we can sort out the defensive aspects of our team as well.
Yeah.
Can't wait for my Twitter feed to be ruined.
As always.
Exciting FPL points to come. So that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks Lewis for coming on.
Anytime, bros.
I've been Josh.
I've been Ben.
I've been Lewis.
And we'll catch you all next time.